Hey, fly people, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since we've had an in-depth conversation. Just wanted to come on here and talk to you a little bit about my voiceover journey. If you follow me and follow my channel, you know that I've been trying to transition into that. And to also talk about my GLP1 journey, which I started, I guess about a month ago. So stay tuned and we'll get into it. All right. Okay, everybody, I'm coming to you from my kitchen. A little crowded, a little junky, please excuse me. One of the things that I am trying to work on this year is time management because I have been horrible at it. So I'm gonna be chopping up some veggies. I'm gonna make my husband some chili for tomorrow, and I think a little mastacholi or penne pasta, and some salmon for dinner tonight because I am going on a trip. If you've been following my channel, you know that I am a flight attendant by day. I'm trying to adjust this light too. I know the lighting is not that great in here, so I apologize for that. So anyway, trying to do that, talk to you, kind of give you an update about what's going on with me. So I'll start with the GLP1. I guess I started towards the end of September. I have been talking to my doctor about it for well over a year, and if most of you know about GLP-1s, the medication that helps you lose weight, but it also helps with diabetes and apparently, you know, some other things like inflammation, those types of things. And the issue is that because of, you know, my insurance, and I did not have a lot of factors that would qualify me to get the insurance. My door is open, and you'll probably hear wind chimes. My husband loves wind chimes, so that's that noise you hear in the background. And I hope it's not too annoying. I guess I'm just used to it. Anyway, been talking to her about it, and if you have seen my video where I talk about menopause, and I have been going through menopause for several years. I think I'm going to be in menopause for the rest of my doggone life. Oh my God. Anyway, I had a thing with hot flashes, really, really bad at the beginning of the year, and she gave me some medication to kind of help ease those, and they're not as bad as they used to be, but still have them, and still have them frequently enough that I can say, along with the weight loss, that I feel like I'm still in menopause. I'm not postmenopausal yet. And so I couldn't take it anymore because I've gained so much weight. I've never been this heavy, and I just was like, I called her. I said, look, I have got to do something. We had a teleconference, and she was like, Sheila, what's going on with you? I said, I can't take it. I need to get some of this weight off of me. It will help me physically. It will help me mentally. So now Eli Lilly has a program where you can go to them directly and get it. And it runs about, with shipping, about $350 a month for four vials. And you take a vial, you shoot a vial. It doesn't come with the pen. I don't have that. So you take a shot once a week. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm like, you know what? I am worth the sacrifice. If I have to work an extra trip to make extra money, then, you know, I'm gonna do what I have to do because this is just too much. So anyway, there's definitely been a loss of appetite, the food noise, you know, those voices in your head that says, Sheila, go get those Oreos. Sheila, go get that candy bar. Sheila, eat that Twinkie over there, you know. girl, you want some M&Ms. That voice is gone. Right now, it's gone. And I haven't had a M&M. I did go to Cancun. If you saw my shirt a couple weeks ago, I went to Cancun, and because my niece was getting married. So but I was very restrained because, again, I didn't really have the food noise. I only ate when I was hungry. When I was full, I pulled away from the table, and definitely get fuller faster. My, I had little tastes of tiramisu, little taste, but I did not have like a bunch of cake and cookies and candy. I didn't, and I don't want it. And sweets is my Achilles heel. So this has worked out very well for me. So since I began with my starting weight, I've lost approximately about 17 pounds. I'm sure a lot of that was water weight gain because I, wasn't drinking water like I should. And I'm still struggling with that, but I'm trying to get at least 8 glasses in. You need to drink a lot of water. You have to, build up your protein. You definitely have to eat a lot of protein, and definitely have to have a lot of fiber because there are side effects. I am in some support groups online. People have been sick, nauseated, having issues with constipation. I have been so blessed. I did a lot of reading before I started, so I take fiber gummies. I make sure I take a probiotic. I try to eat, the recommendation is like 25 grams of fiber a day, 100 grams of protein. I'm still working up to that, but I try to make sure that, every meal that I have, and now I'm pacing myself where I'm doing, small meals throughout the day. Because at the beginning, oh my God, no appetite. You really had to force yourself to eat. That has gotten better, and I'm just pacing myself to eat. I'm trying to eat more fruit, definitely more vegetables, and trying to work up to the 100 grams of protein a day. It's hard some days. Some days you don't make it. Some days you do, but it's a process. This is a journey. This is a marathon. It is not a sprint. And so I'm hoping, I'm starting to see a little looseness in a few things. You have that one outfit or that one dress, that one pair of pants that you try on, that you that's your try on to make sure that, okay, I'm on point. I'm doing the work. I'm losing the weight. I'm coming down. Well, I am coming down a little bit. There's a little bit of looseness there. So I feel, first of all, I can get them on. So that's a big deal for me. So I'm thinking in about maybe 5 to 10 pounds when I get to the real greasy fat, that I will definitely start seeing a difference in other clothes and other outfits. So if you want me to make a video about more specific things about the GLP1, please let me know down in the comments, and I will be happy to go into a little bit more detail and share that with you. So moving on, voiceover, baby. Another marathon, another journey, not a sprint. And I have learned so much in this past year. If you've watched some of my previous videos, I have talked about trying to move into that realm of voiceover. I have taken quite a bit of training. I've paid quite a bit of money. And I'm feeling good about where I am. My thing is, I am trying to do so much at the same time. Trying to lose this weight, trying to work this job, trying to be attentive to my mate, trying to have some relaxation in between. It's a lot going on. And I hope now that we're into the fall season, we're, near the end of October, that things will kind of calm down. I had a very busy spring and summer, a very busy spring and summer. I've done a 3-day road trip. I went to Vegas to see Beyonce. I saw her here in Chicago as well. I'm gone 2 to 3 days, generally 3 days for work anyway. And other little family trips. I've had family reunion stuff. I tell you, it's just been a lot. It's been a lot going on. And so, excuse me. I hope now that things are winding down a little bit before the holiday season, and I can really start to concentrate on trying to get make some strides in voiceover. I have made some strides, definitely want to make more. So I have been training, and I finally got, I've already had one demo, and I shared that with you, gosh, well over a year ago. But I wanted to have more intensive training, more one-on-one. So I'm in this program that I still participate in, where we have live group sessions, where we do reads, we read scripts, and I've just recorded, this summer, I recorded my a commercial demo and a narration demo. And narration, e-learning, documentary style narration are the genres that I really, really like. I think that my voice is more tailored to those, although I do like commercial. And I had a friend of mine who said, Sheila, even to do characters, if you do animation, every animated character is not someone that you have to make up a voice for. You could be a sister in an animated character. You can be a mom. And I thought about that. So it's something that I might pursue in the future. But right now, I'm just trying to build up my portfolio. So in voiceover, in voice acting, you have to do a lot of marketing. Marketing has never been my strong suit. Emailing people and getting ready for rejection or non-answers. And that's cool. I mean, I understand that. But there are also some free sites that you can sign up for to try to gather voiceover work, especially if you're a beginner. I know some of you have heard of Fiverr. I'm on Fiverr, but I really need to work on some profiles on there. And there are some sites that they call pay-to-play sites, where you pay for a membership, and you can audition for different voiceover jobs. So I'm on one site, and it's a free site called Upwork, and that's where I got my first job. And it was with a young lady in Fresno, California. Her and her fiance are opening up a new medical equipment business under his umbrella. He has several businesses, and she's going to run this one. They could be open for now. I need to follow up with her and see how it's going. Anyway, they needed some voice messaging, on-hold call messaging, after-hour calls messaging. What I'll say about it is that it was a great learning experience. Sometimes when you have clients, they want, they want a certain presentation, vocal presentation, and we had to go through several. It took about a week total to complete. There were some rewrites that I don't think had anything to do with me or my vocal style, just some rewrites that they decided to do, and then she also asked me to find music for it, which most IVR or internal voice recordings messagings with companies, they'll have their own music that they put to it themselves. But this is a small company. She asked me to find some music, so that took a little bit of time as well, and research. And she said what she liked about me was that she felt I was professional. I got back to her. She had asked for samples, and I guess other people didn't really comply with that. And I did. I just pulled out some samples, of different music style, music edits. I did. I pulled off some samples that I had on my computer from doing, my YouTube videos and stuff, and sent them to her, just to give her an idea of, what was out there. And she liked the fact that I did that she felt I went the extra mile. Excuse me, y'all. It took a minute, but it was such a wonderful learning experience. Because I really got to understand what, from the client's point of view. And I think it made me the better for it. So by the time I got to my next job, which was on a pay-to-play site, and I had sent in, with this one you send in, they have sample scripts and you read them, that's your audition. And I sent in this audition, and I sent it in a while ago, and they have a thing where they call it, they shortlist you if you're like one of the finalists. And I was shortlisted for this, but again, time had passed, and things happen. Budgets fall to the wayside. Different things in companies change. Their focus changes, and that changes, what happens with the gig. Mama had to break out the big dog. I had to go get the fan. So I know this video is jacked up. So in addition to the fan and the wind chimes, please forgive me. So anyway, you go back to the site and you check and you see what the status is, and a lot of them are they're hiring or they're deciding or whatever. And, and I wasn't looking at that stuff every day. So out of the blue, I get an email from the producer, and she asked me if I was available to do a live directed session. And a live directed session is when you either you hook up by Zoom or Google Meet. There's another software called Source Connect. I don't have that yet. That's for the big dogs right there. I'm not quite that sophisticated yet. Again, wonderful experience. The interesting thing about this experience is that what I read was something totally different, I thought, than what the script ended up being. I ended up interacting with someone else. It was like a reading back and forth. He would cue me and read his line, and there were certain ways, he wanted me to sound kind of like a mother, like talking to young people. I think it was for a nonprofit. I'm not sure what ended up with that. I have followed up with her, but I have not heard back. Just to say thank you again for the opportunity. Just trying to get my marketing feet wet. But it too was a learning experience. I was nervous because it was a job, but I've done live sessions because I've had a lot of one-on-one coaching sessions and reads that way. So it turned out to be a really good experience. It turned out to be a nice little paycheck for me. But since that, I haven't had anything. Part of that is because I just have not had the time to put in the work. I need to. I did put together an email to introduce myself. I want to start reaching out to production companies and trying to get on rosters and introduce myself to agencies. And one of the things that I was waiting for were my demos, my narration demo and my commercial demo. Now, I do have a question for you guys out there. I put my narration demo, not my narration demo, my commercial demo, I put it on my channel. It's gotten I don't even think it's gotten 10 views, guys. So if you get an opportunity, and I will tag it down below, go and take a look at it. Let me know what you think. But it did get a copyright, and I'm not sure, I'm assuming it's because of the music. Now, I do talk about various named products like Dunkin' Donuts and Apple, but people do product reviews, and we talk about name products all the time. When I was talking about my natural hair, I did product reviews all the time. So I don't think that's it. I think it's some of the music, but it was produced by my coach, and not sure why I got the copyright. But it's not a strike where they won't let it be shown. So if you get an opportunity, please take a look. I now have to go and work on a presentation. I'd like to do a presentation for my narration demo. And I'll be putting it out there so that you can hear it and listen to it. And I would really like to know what you think. So that's what's going on with me. I am just in this space where, again, I'm trying to be intentional. I am trying to manage my time better. I'm trying to get to a point where I can really, really, really put in the work, because I'm not going to get anything done. It's not going to come to me. I have to go and grab it. And so I am doing that. I'm trying to get to that point where I can manage my time to eke out, okay, I'm going to do 2 hours of emailing. I'm going to do an hour or two of auditioning, whatever that is. It's difficult on overnights, only because if I have a long overnight, sometimes that becomes an issue, because if I get in really late, if we're running really behind, and that has been the case on several occasions where I had planned to dedicate a certain amount of time to working on different projects to promote myself, and then I would be so freaking tired that it just, it never prevailed the way that I wanted it to. So hopefully that will work out in my favor. I have some long overnights coming up. I plan on having my computer with me. I am going to be still recording for the readings for the radio show for the Chicago Lighthouse, which is an organization that supports sight impaired individuals. And I am a volunteer for them, and I will continue to record for them. But if you know of any small business, any small company that needs my services, they don't have a big budget, which is fine. That's fine. Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Again, I will tag my email. I will tag my website, and they can go on and check out my profile. I did get really good reviews from both the clients that I worked with, and they are on my website. So I think that's it. I think I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna go ahead and make this chili for the old man, make him a little mostaccioli for dinner. But I thank you guys so much for rocking with me, and I will see you soon, hopefully in a short where you can listen to my narration demo. And once again, if you are interested in hearing a little bit more about my GLP1 journey, I can make a video talking about that. And if you're interested in hearing more about my voiceover journey, anything specific, ask questions in the comment section, and I will certainly talk a little bit more about that. Now, I just want you all to go out there, continue to love on your family and your friends, and I will see you in the next upload.